So now for part 2 of this lab, we're going to be using the two-step floating catchment area method. So you want to add in these 3 shapefiles: CRC screening, population node spots, and population nodes. And then we're also going to have to add in the Utah Roads Network, which is in the Lab 8 folder in the Utah Roads Network Analysis Geodatabase. And then we're going to make another OD cost matrix. So go to Analysis, Network Analysis. Make sure that the network layer is the same one we just added. And then new origin destination cost matrix. Then we can go up here to OD cost matrix, then import the origins. For this one, the input locations for origins is going to be the population node spots. And then we'll load the destinations, which are the CRC screening facilities. And then we'll click run. Next, after solving that, we can open up the lines attribute table. And then we're going to do a selection by attribute. Here we're going to create a new expression where the total travel minutes is less than 30. You can see it selected about 829 out of 1952. So we're going to export just these points, or just these lines, as its own table. So we'll right click the lines, go to data, and then export table. And since this is only the lines that are 30 minutes or less, name this one catchment 30. .dbf. And that should add on to the map. So we'll open up that table. And then next we'll do a couple joins to this table. All right, now that we have this table with all of the points under 30 minutes travel time, I'm going to join the population data from the population nodes shapefile. So we'll right click catchment 30 and add a new join. And we'll use the origin ID field. And then the population nodes shapefile, we'll use ID join sum as the join field. All right, looks like that worked. Next, we're going to join the CRC screening shapefile to this table. This time for the join field for catchment 30, we're going to use the destination ID. And then CRC screening for the join table and the CRC facility ID for the join field. Next, we're going to summarize this table by the facility field. So this one, we can right click that and then click summarize. And then for the fields, we're going to use the population nodes sum total and sum, and then the CRC screening number of doctors minimum. Then we'll name this table catchment facility .dbf. Okay, now that we have this table opened, we're going to add a new field. And it's going to be the supply demand ratio. And double data type. Then we'll calculate this new field. We're going to do the minimum number of doctors divided by the sum. And then now we're going to join this table to the catchment 30 table. And for the join field, catchment 30, we're going to use the CRC facility ID. And then for the join table, we'll use the same CRC facility ID. Then next, we're going to summarize the ID join sum field. So we'll right click that and summarize. And then for the field, we'll do the supply demand ratio. And sum. And we'll name this table the access measure. Then finally, we're going to join this access measure table up with the population nodes so that we can map it. So we'll add a new join. And we'll use ID join sum for the join field for both. And then we can go into the symbology of the population nodes and then choose the ratio. And then finally, we're going to join the access measure table to the population nodes so that we can map it. So we'll add a new join. We'll use the ID join sum for both the population nodes and then the access measure table. And after that's joined, we can change the symbology to graduated colors and use the supply-demand ratio.